James Scott is asking about Daz Worsham and whether he can work his way up the depth chart.
I want to see complete. Hold on, let's see. Let me test myself here. Pope, Wiggins, Harley, Redding, Worsham, the young man from Georgia. Why receiver from Georgia? Can't think of his name off the top of my head. But Restrepo, George, Rambo, Brinson, Few. I already said Worsham. Who else am I missing? We signed 4 receivers this year. I'm missing 2 of them.
You got Brinson, right?
Yeah, I already got
It
Brinson.
wasn't
I already
listening.
got George.
Okay.
Smith, number 9. Smith, the wide receiver. And then there was one more. Jacoby George, Brinson, Smith. What's the other wide receiver we took this year? Y'all help me out. Wide receivers that signed with Miami. We have 10. And if you add Marshall Few, the walk-on, that's 11 wide receivers. Okay? So I don't know who all will get opportunities, who all will get snaps, who all will or won't. But guess what? They're going to have to fight for it. So Pope, Wiggins, Harley just being penciled in starters for this upcoming year, I hope that doesn't happen because they only one of them decided to show up this year. So when it comes to that. So.
My monitor's dead. I'd check you on those wide receivers. But, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right. We are going to let the wholesome one fill his belly, get something to eat, sustain himself, need some nourishment. Got to keep going. Got to keep the fuel.
It's all good.
In the tank. All right. Appreciate everybody jumping online here.
That's who I was thinking about. I couldn't pick the wide receiver from Georgia off the top of my head. Jeremiah Payton. That was the other one. And he's been null and void at Miami too. You know, he's had either injuries or COVID or whatever. So wait, hold on. Let's get that last question out for Hurricane, please.
Absolutely.
Says Wholesome, how much film have you watched on Tyrique Stevenson? How confident are you in his ability to play outside? Great question. And what's crazy is I'm actually working on a film session for him we released in a couple weeks here. Tyrique Stevenson is kind of like your Patrick Peterson build. He's a bigger guy, and he's like pushing 200 plus 200 size, but he still has enough quickness to play outside. He's strong. He's long. He has such a high football IQ, and that comes from him being a safety for so long. Because at safety, you got to be able to identify all the wide receiver routes and how it works together with what defense you're in to know what holes and how they could attack you based on these routes. Okay, so now you go from having to do that as a one-high safety down to having to do that on just one side of the field at corner. I like what he's going to bring to the table. It's going to bring some stability to it and be able to handle at least one side. The other side is going to have to be between Corey Couch and DJ Ivy. So I like what I see. He's a great tackler. He's a big-time football. He makes such plays on the ball that it's crazy, you know, to see how he does, whether he's swatting the ball late, being able to rake the ball out, coming in and laying the hat, coming down from safety. But he kind of played what Gilbert Frierson plays here at Miami at Georgia. You know, they had him as like a nickel, strong safety striker. He was a situational player. He wasn't able to just be on the field and start for you 100% of the snaps. And that's what he wanted. I even remember when they played Bama in the SEC championship a couple years ago, the Heisman Trophy winner, Desmond Howard, picked Tyrique Stevenson as his key player to watch on defense way back then in the 2018, I want to say, SEC championship. Yep. Okay, so that means you're getting a young man who big-time player. His last game at Georgia, he made some great plays to help get them back in the game. He had a huge interception to get them back the ball to take the lead, you know, help go down and kick that game-winning field goal. So you're getting a player that I'm excited that not everyone's talking about because he is switching positions. There is going to be a little a lot to learn, but he's going from having to play against the SEC players to having to go up against ACC coastal players. And what I mean by not only that drop in talent, but he also was, hopefully he is what Jalen Phillips was for us at defensive end. A player who you see the difference between Greg, who was a 3-star recruit, because they didn't know what position he was going to play, who made plays, and a 5-star consistent number 1 overall pick, number 1 overall player making plays on the team. So now you go from Al Blades and DJ Ivy, those guys, to now Tyrique Stevenson being out there to make plays with Light Skin Warrior over the top, with Gervin Hall over the top, with Amari Carter hopefully being moved to linebacker and getting the heck out of the DB room. Hopefully, with all that coming together, we'll be able to put something together. But I'm super excited for Tyrique Stevenson's play at Miami.